And the mic is on. Hi everyone again. Today we're going to play Burn the Midnight Oil, Dante Route. I already completed Sears Routes for the demo, so don't hesitate to check that out. Today we're going to play as Dante, the guy on the right. He looks very good. I really like him. In Sears Route, we see a bit of him for like a couple seconds, like the routes gonna like interact with each other. So like I already saw what he looks like. So that I don't have like a good idea of his personality and everything. So I'm going to discover that right now. I'm sorry, I'm moving around. Sorry if you can hear it. I'm like putting my laptop on top of something so that it doesn't overheat. And also, it's afternoon right now, and there's like a playground right under my building, so you might hear kids screaming in the back. I don't know if my mic will pick it up. So I'm sorry about that too. They're very annoying, and they're screaming for no reason. I'm sorry about that. Sorry if you don't like kids, and also sorry about the thing on the top left. It's my computer who's lagging. It does that during every video. I'm sorry about that too. Hopefully it's not too distracting during the game. I think it's like on top of the thing and not in the middle. So we're gonna click on Dante right here. Okay, I'm gonna read that very quickly. Oh, you can see him in the back. I didn't see. For seniors, probably has a picture too. I didn't see that. Dante, DOB, 0207 1953. Demi Hellhound Werewolf. So he's from Hell. Like, like from in Hell of a Boss, Luna is a Hellhound. And like she has a human form, so I guess it's the same thing. Occupation, police officer. I'm not. I'm pretty sure you are though. Emergency contact, Orion Walker. I don't know what that is. I didn't see that yet. Personal history. Several years ago, Dante struck a deal with Orion, a former friend of his mother. Struck in North Haven ever since, Dante unwillingly works as a cop. He spends his nights chasing criminals, waiting for the day when he'll finally have fulfilled his end of the deal. At last, Orion puts Dante on his final case. There's a suspicious new drug on the market he wants Dante to investigate. The roots of this problem might be even more dangerous than they thought. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna spend more than like a small amount of time dealing with that. I'm sorry, Dante. Oh, that's Orion. I don't know what that is. Never saw it before. The rain hits the window in a peaceful, hypnotic pattern. Orion stares outside, thoughts wandering. He has no work left tonight. He is done with moving, too, so he could go home. But to what? It's not like being at home is any different from standing around here all night. At the same time, he knows he can't stay. Daytime isn't for creatures like him. He is expected to hide away, never to be seen by the ones who wander the hallways after the sun has risen. A deep sigh escapes him. He is sure it's the rain that's making him melancholic. It had rained the day his mentor died too. Why the deep frown? Orion feels himself twitch at the sound of someone else inside the room. Only the familiarity with her voice can ease his initial tension. He locks eyes with the woman reflected in the window. It's you. Oh, it's me. Just in case people that haven't watched like the series, I'm not gonna say what that is, but I know what it is. Francesca sits down on Orion's desk, giving it a pat. Where, where it, were it anyone else, you would think them rude. But this is Francesca. You want her? Do you want her? If she suddenly behaved politely around him, he would think she was sick. They reach each other's precious friends, which is more than Orion They're each other's precious friend, which is more than Orion has had in a long time. New office, new furniture, it's nice. It is indeed. I was planning on inviting you over sometime, since I guess you'd want to see it. But speaking of inviting you, did someone let you in? One could almost think that Francesca belonged here, thanks to that natural arrogance of hers. But Orion doubts any officer here would have actually let a stranger walk into the station for no apparent reason. Not exactly. So you. Orion stops himself mid sentence. If she wants to get somewhere, she finds a way, even if it means somehow breaking into a police station unseen. She could have met with him outside, which she usually does, but it seems today is different. You know you shouldn't be here. I stopped by your flat, but you weren't there. What else should have I done? Still, breaking in is dangerous. I wouldn't call it breaking in, it was more like entering through unusual means. Breaking in. Breaking and entering, yeah. Orion is admittedly a bit curious, but he won't bother to ask how she did it. She'd only refuse to tell just to tease him. Besides, that's not what he's focused on right now. What's more interesting is her scent. You can smell that? She smells human. Are you wearing perfume of some kind? There are items like that out there, made to mask your scent, change it into something else. Rather than the price, it's finding someone who makes them that is more complicated. Orion doesn't understand why she would go through the trouble. Normally, she more or less smells like a werewolf. There's no reason to hide that. Francesca smiles and looks around. Her tone is playful, as it most often is. This office suits you much better than the old one. It's a bit empty though. I think you'll need some decorations. I would have brought something if I'd known you were moving. Francesca, there is no making her talk about something she doesn't want to say. Giving up, he plays along. I would have told you about it, but I only heard about the promotion last evening. When Advic decides on something, you might be faced with sudden changes without any warning. This was such a case. You're an inspector now. Your boss sure is a spontaneous guy, but congratulations on getting promoted, if you're happy about it. Otherwise, my condolences. Is he happy? For a moment, Orion pauses to consider his answer. I hope I will do it justice. Of course you will. You're an excellent officer, Orion. One of very few. One of very, very few. Believe me, the city is lucky to have you. Francesca turns quiet. She suddenly seems a bit downcast, which is unusual, and the hesitation on her face makes Orion uncomfortable. She doesn't like being seen as anything other than her confident self. Is everything alright? You know that I'm always here to help you. Now she has to chuckle. Orion has helped her only once so far, and it had been a giant mess of her being accused of a crime she didn't commit. She'd taken a liking to him for believing that she was innocent. Their meetings since then have been irregular, but when she does come by, Orion is happy to make time. Francesca is the only one he can confide in. If she is indeed in need of his help, he'll do whatever is necessary. There is no need to worry about getting involved in something he can't do. If she is here to ask him, then it is within the realm of his means and morals. But that's not what she's here for. I I probably won't come to visit you anymore. We'll have to stay in contact another way. Orion tenses up. Is someone after you? If anyone catches wind of her identity, she isn't the werewolf she portrays herself as. That she isn't the werewolf she portrays herself as, but rather a hellhound hellhounds, then she is in danger. Well, it looks like she is in fact in trouble right now, so I don't know what we're gonna do. It has been a while since hellhounds completely vanished, hiding away where no one could find them. Not everyone cares about finding one in the first place, but those that do are dangerous. If there is someone after her already, oh, now I'm safe. Okay, then why? Mm. She playfully waves a hand, and he calms down, though he glares briefly at her. She grins, amused to have gotten a reaction out of him. But if it isn't that, then is this related to your husband, your mate? Oh, yes. I don't think it's Dante. Come on. Then because I think he like dates other people. She touches her belly. Oh shh. Oh no. Orion stops himself from rushing over. You're. I'm pregnant. Well, shit. Congrats. Thank you. I mean, I'm being negative about it because I don't know like how practical this is going to be. You know, her voice is warm and filled with love. Orion has never met her husband, but he has seen him from afar. A normal human. The relationship isn't going to be easy, but Francesca always wanted a mate and a child. Her wish is finally being fulfilled. So, yes, I will be focused on taking care of him. Makes things a bit more complicated. Okay, so she can't come because of her husband. I was worried she would look in trouble. So, congrats. I can say congrats. You already know the gender? She didn't mention being pregnant the last time they met, which wasn't that long ago, and her stomach is still flat. She can't be too far along, so yeah, she doesn't know. Not officially, but I have a hunch. Francesca's instincts aren't to be underestimated, so Orion is tempted to believe her. A son? I already thought of a name. Do you want to hear it? Her excitement is infectious. Orion feels himself smile. I'd love to. Dantalian or Dante. That one's a bit snappier, don't you think? Okay, so I was mistaken. I don't know who this woman is. She is serving. So I thought there was another girl that was serving in the Sears Robin, and that's not. That's a completely other story. Okay. Me thinking I was onto something, meanwhile I'm just completely beside it. It's fine. It's a good name. Did you come up with it to give away your husband? He left the full decision to me. We want our boy to have a name that suits a hellhound, and my husband hardly has any idea what those would be. It'll be the only connection he will have to my side of the family for a long while. Oh, her voice drops again. She sighs, visibly affected by the upside down of her own emotions. Orion's eyebrows scrunch together. Although hellhounds and werewolves aren't the same species, they do share various canine characteristics. One of them is their pack, which is of the great importance to both. Do you not intend to introduce him to your pack? Is there a reason to hide him? Because he's half human, I was gonna say. I don't think they like the fact that he's half human. Oh, again, I really think I'm really like I'm really eating up the kisses, but no, she just contradicts me immediately. Thank you. Hellhounds don't care about that. Francesca closes her eyes and inhales deeply, steadying herself. We will stay here, with the humans. My son will grow up as one. No going back to my home, at least not anytime soon. Orion goes through what he knows about hellhounds. It's not a lot, either unconfirmed rumors he has heard from other supernaturals or tidbits from Francesca. As far as he knows, young hellhounds are still too weak, and worse, too unstable, to protect themselves. That makes them easy targets for people who want to catch a hellhound. They'd never be safe out in the open. Be more secure for Francesca to take her child and husband into hiding, join her family in that place no one knows. A place where a young hellhound can be raised without worry. That sounds like a great risk to take. Will he be safe here? Well, Francesca brushes a hand through her hair. There's only one way or the other. Either we join my family until our son is grown, or we stay here. My husband will be happy in my home. It's too different. You can't compromise for the safety and well-being of your son. But you're compromising a lot right now. You can't do that. I'm not gonna say anything. So I decided we would stay here. A hellhound's mate and child are always equal. Francesca would never make a decision that favored one over the other. And the child? It's not as dangerous as you think. As long as we do it the right way from the start. We will be a human family. My son will be raised as a human. His father will be one, and I will be one too. Orion sniffs the air again. She still smells human. This is likely part of the plan. That's kind of sad. She should be able to do whatever she wants. He hadn't expected the perfumes to be so effective. We've not completely escaped the attention of anyone supernatural. As long as we do that, there's nothing to fear. I have a feeling this is not gonna go well. Not at all. Although it will mean you're giving up a lot of yourself. Hardly a big sacrifice to make for the happiness of my loved ones. So the plan is to seem as human as possible. Yes, don't stand out, don't attract attention, be a normal family of humans who have no idea who's living among them. Don't meet with any supernaturals. That includes you. Okay, I'm sorry for the pause. My mom called me. Let's get back in. That includes you. Marianne chuckles into the silence that's fallen upon them. Don't look so guilty. I understand. If you regularly meet up with a vampire, people will get suspicious of how you know each other. People move away as well, I imagine. Not many people have seen me around, but we won't take the risk. I'm also going to do something about my look so that even if you do run into someone, I won't be recognized. A shame for my beautiful face, don't you think? Your husband is very lucky to have a wife that is willing to do so much for him and your child. I was gonna say, I don't. Of course, she didn't give the details, but she right now it doesn't seem like that husband is doing that much for the family. It's like, are you gonna do anything? Like, put in some work, please. Oh, don't flatter me. You'd do the same if you had a family. I would, but it doesn't matter anymore. You accepted that you will never have a family when you allowed yourself to be changed. You accepted it even before that. Don't say that. You're mortal. You're too young to talk as if you never found love. I'm hardly young. You are for a vampire. Believe me, there will be more than enough women who will appreciate your mature charm, even as a vampire. I'm not gonna lie, he looks kind of good. I'm not into older men at all. I prefer people my age, but he looks good. I can't lie. I'm not interested in a relationship right now, let alone with a human. Oh, too bad. I said the same things about humans before I met my husband. Now look at me. Fate will decide for you. Francesca falls silent once more. If you can, yes. Considering you're technically immortal, you will outlive me easily, if needed. You call me young but not yourself. You're several centuries ahead of you. I know, I'm just saying that if needed and if you're not busy with your own family or anything, could my son come to you for help when he needs it? I'm offended you even think you have to ask. You, your husband, and your son may contact me anytime. Francesca puts a hand on her chest, exhaling slowly. That's a relief. I thought of my boy being alone. The thought of my boy being alone has been nagging me ever since I was pregnant. Be honest, there really isn't anyone after you. No one. I'm probably just overthinking, but I still wanted to talk to you about it. It was. She doesn't finish her sentence. A hunch. Neither of them want to think about why she feels so worried when there is no need to be. Francesca slopes up the table. She brushes off her clothes, then smiles at Orion. You're leaving? Yes, it's about time. My husband is waiting with all of our things packed. I'm not sure when or if we will see each other again, but I'll send you letters. They could be traced. I'll get them to you without anyone noticing. That's much I can do. You just want to boast about your child, don't you? Well, yeah, maybe. If I had to carry a thing, a baby for 9 months, I would be bragging about it. I find that very annoying when people do it to me, but I understand at the same time. Come on. She laughs, more lighthearted now. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Farewell, Ariane. Farewell, Francesca. I wish you the best. Thank you. Orion watches her leave. The door falls shut with a sound of finality. For some reason, he has a feeling they will not meet again. A hunch. A hunch can be wrong. He prays it is. Stay safe. You and your family. The rain starts to come down harder. Orion sighs, turning away from the dear sights and gets ready to go home. This was kind of cute. I like the relationship that they have with each other. It's like they don't want to admit that they're besties, but they are. It's very cute. I like it. My little boy, my Dante. Always remember, I love you, but that's why you can't run free. You have to hold back. You have to keep control. Keep calm. Keep quiet. Don't let go. Don't lose yourself. Don't burn. Don't burn. Don't burn. Don't die, my child. Oh, damn. Oh my god. Damn it. Oh my god. I'm sorry. There's a window behind me and there's people that can see into my window, so I'm going to turn around for 5 seconds. What the fuck? He's naked. He's not, but it looks like it because his underwear is right behind the text box. I like his tattoo. It looks so cool. Lorray, like the YouTuber Lorray, has the tattoos like that. It like sigils a bit. It's so pretty. I like it. Inside the empty room, there's no alarm clock to tell the time or wake him up. Despite that, curled up underneath the sheets, Dante opens his eyes just in time to get ready for work. The air is cool. It's comfortable as long as he stays under the sheets. When it hits his skin, goosebumps form. It'd be more comfortable to sleep in his other form. It'd be more comfortable to ever be in it at all, but he's not going to risk it. Can I see? Can I see? Please. The wall won't allow him a slip up. Hellhounds are easily mistaken for werewolves as long as they remain in human form. But the moment he lets his animalistic features out, the differences would be far too obvious. Dante prefers not to out himself by accident. He'd been sleeping like this since childhood anyways. Sitting up, Dante stretches, easing some of the tension that crept into his muscles while he slept. One of those dreams again. I didn't need to start my night like that. Stuck. Oh, maybe it only comes out at night like Sears, maybe. Sluggishly, he drags himself out of bed. Whatever. It's not a dream he's unfamiliar with. but there hasn't been a single time where he'd enjoy waking up to the voice of his mother. But in the end, a dream is only a dream. When the lights in the room turn on, it quickly fades. Dante rubs his eyes. Dante, blindly stumbling towards the bathroom for a shower. Getting ready for a job at night is no different from getting ready for a job during the day. Wash up, change clothes, eat breakfast, or not. If you ask Dante, it's a waste of time. I can't do that. I wish I did to save time, but I would just faint like even like 2 hours in while being outside, and that's embarrassing. So like, eat something before you go. You need nutrients. Should have everything. There's little Dante has in his room, and even less than he cares to bring to work. He's ready in no time. Hair still damp, he walks towards the door, but stops midway. Hmm? There's footsteps, two pairs. Two people. Well, I guess I would never do that in real life, but I'm gonna open the door because if he has a job to go to, that's probably its coworkers. Dante holds back a sigh and pulls the door open. It swings inwards, with no risk of hitting the child who is quickly approaching. A child? Oh! Oh, Dante, good evening. Oh my god, hi girl. You opened the door before I could knock again. I told you I want to knock. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna call a child a bitch. I'm sorry. Yes, yes. The girl asked Dante's size. I'm sorry if you hear that my computer is not, needs to be charged. I'm sorry. The girl, half Dante's size, pouts but throws herself against his waist anyway. Dante gives her a pat, which is apparently not friendly enough as he stretches her arms up. She stretches her arms upwards, wordlessly demanding a hug. Dante looks down at her. Pick me up. You're heavy. She's like 100 pounds soaking wet, I'm sure. She's not heavy. Yeah, you're strong. He is strong. Giving in that Dante bends down to pick Alice up. She wraps her arms around his neck too tightly, making him grimace. If you choke me, I'm putting you right down again. The girl ignores his scolding tone, clinging to Dante even tighter. Awkwardly stabilizing her in his arms, stabilizing her in his arms, I'm sorry, Dante decides to glare at the second person approaching. It's easier than glaring at the kid. Alice's father sees no reason to hurry over. He just tips his head in greeting, perfectly relaxed about letting his little girl cling to a supernatural. Oh, that's so cute. He has a kid, and he's black. I didn't like notice that, but he's pale because he's a vampire. He's a black vampire. We need more of those. So like, don't hesitate to make black vampires, please. They look very cool. Good evening. Instinct makes Dante want to return to. I'm sorry, my brain short-circuited at that sentence for some reason. Instinct makes Dante want to return the greeting in kind. Out of spite, he doesn't. What are you doing here? And more importantly, what is she doing here? Okay, damn. I guess he would act kind of like that, but like, damn, come on. Alice allows herself to be put down, even though there's a soft groan accompanying Dante's words. She looks mostly unimpressed. I'm not allowed to come? No. There's no place for a child, he wants to say. Oh, damn. That sounds like you just have trauma, babe. But like, yeah. This girl in the city is dangerous, you know that. Besides, it's not good for a child to spend so much time with non-humans. But what comes out of Dante's mouth instead is, you are. Curse be those big, innocent puppy eyes. Are you mad I'm here? You want me to answer that honestly, or it's hard for Dante to be? You don't get mad at pups, not really, even if they're not an actual pup. No. So there's no problem. Still doesn't explain why you're here. With a chuckle, Alyssa's father joins the conversation. I just picked her up from her friend's place. She doesn't want to go home before she says hello to everyone at the station. You being the most important. Orian's face is soft when he looks at Alice. Dante doesn't know the Orion from before Alice was born, but he knows enough about vampires to know what she is. A literal miracle. A vampire and a human shouldn't be able to have a child, but here she is. That she is Orian's biological child is a carefully kept secret. Um, then why are you saying that she shouldn't be with supernatural? She is one. Except if she herself doesn't know that she is, but I doubt that. I hope not. Despite all the obstacles in their way, they're a happy family. And for reasons Dante doesn't get, Alice keeps trying to pull him into it. I really, really wanted to see you. You never come by, so if I don't go to you, we never meet. Which would be preferable. I don't remember her visiting the office either, but no one will know that it's impossible to stop her from doing what she wants. Again, she's 8, you just have to pick her up and just stop her from going anywhere. She's like 4'2" or something. That's actually kinda tall. 130 centimeters sounds better, but I don't know what that is in inches. So. Orian's words aren't quite the truth. He'd never let Alice near anything that could cause her harm. It's because he's confident that the station is a safe place that he lets her visit for a couple of minutes. I'm not scared at all, because everyone is nice. Nice? You can't agree with that. Roll aside, most of Dante's coworkers are ready and happy to start a fight the moment they're challenged. As funny as Dante thinks it is to have an entire division full of questionable personalities, he wouldn't call them nice. Everyone just acts friendly around Alice because she's a little pup. Himself included. I don't know about nice. You're not like super nice right now. Besides, you and Dad protect me anyways, right? Oh my god, oh my fucking god. Always protect you. Ugh. Dante. Alice reaches up to grab Dante's hands. He recoils, though his resistance melts away the moment he sees Alice's expressions drop. We would. Alice's expression wavers for a moment, but she catches herself quickly. I knew it! Behind Alice, Orion watches them, too amused to intervene. I hate that smile. I'm believing now, are we going to stand around and talk forever? Orian's eyes shift away from Dante's. He touches Alice's shoulder, and the girl hums a questioning tone. Alice, would you let us speak alone for a moment? Okay. She takes a step past Dante, but stops to look up at him. Only when Dante whips his hand at her does she run onwards, vanishing around the corner to explore the bedroom. Your room is so boring. There's nothing here. One day I'll make you decorate it. I'll get you a new lamp and curtains, then a bookshelf. Her voice trails off. Dante listens to the sound for a moment, steps towards the window, then the squeak of it being stopped, opens. Knowing that she's successfully distracted and not eavesdropping, Dante and Orion run towards each other. So, what do you want? I don't think I believe your shitty excuse. That's not why you're here. I am picking her up, and she did want to come here. I didn't lie. But I'll admit it's good to see you in advance. There's a new case. And there's one every day. What, are you here because you didn't think I'd be on time? Too bad, I'm awake. It's a task I can only hand to you and Raoul. If he's saying that, he knows that Dante won't want the case. He's trying to get all the fuss out of the way without Raoul around. Just because Raoul loves to rile Dante up whenever he tries to evade work. Sounds like it's going to be a massive bother. I'm not doing it. You have no other choice. You have a job. You need to clock into work. I do. You just heard it. I'm not taking. We have a deal, Dante. That damn deal. He's why Dante's a police officer in the first place. There's no way he'd even work as one otherwise. Just a couple more months, then I can finally leave. I'm asking for that moolah. I'm asking for my money. Like, if you're gonna quit your job in 6 months, you need it. Dante doesn't want to say yes immediately just because. Fine, then I want a raise. What for? You never buy anything. Your room is as empty as on the day you moved in. Okay, this doesn't mean that I still need to eat. Like, I think, because Sears doesn't eat, but I'm pretty sure he does. He's right, but Dante might still need the money for later. Exactly. You see, I'm a visionary. I fucking do it. You blackmail me, and I can't even get paid for doing my job. A deal is not blackmail. And if you do want your paycheck, you take whatever case I give you. But I'll think about a raise. A raise that they both know might be a completely useless if Dante does as he's planned and leaves as soon as the deal is over. Your answer? I can't stand you, old man. Arian crosses his arms in satisfaction. He ends the conversation in a soft tone. I really do need you on this case. Dante audibly exhales, refusing to look at Orion any longer. Instead, he turns back towards the interior of his flat. Gripping his jacket, he calls for Alice. Alice, we're leaving. Coming. When the little girl rushes over, Dante stretches his hand out to her. She takes it, beaming. Don't smirk. I'm not smirking. I'll let you go if you don't stop. I'm stopping, see? I'm completely serious. Right. Dante locks the door behind him. There's nothing inside to steal, but Orion's the only one paying for it. So Dante doesn't want to risk any damage. He owes the man enough already. The sun went down a while ago, leaving behind the darkness that Orion, as a vampire, can freely move in. Ever since Dante started working at the station, nighttime has become his new normal as well. It's an odd feeling. So he can go out during the day, he just chooses not to because of the job and everything. He's always been more comfortable wandering around in the dark, but having a regular job is completely different from sleeping and waking up whenever he pleases. That said, Elise is a human child, and the yawn slips out of her even if she tries to stifle them. Not wanting anyone to suggest for her to go home without visiting the station, she quickly speaks up. Dante, are you free this weekend? Sunday. Why? I'm going to bake cookies with mom, and she said if you want some, you can come over. In the afternoon though, so that will be inside his room. Dante doesn't have to look down at Elise to know that she's fidgeting. Not scared of hugging me, not scared of holding my hands, but scared to hear a rejection. Oh no, come on. I'm gonna say yes. She's cute. I was scared she was gonna be annoying because I hate annoying characters, and especially annoying child characters. But she's very cute and she's nice. So you can say yes. Come on, I'll drop by. And also the relationship that Dante has with her is very cute. That's like his this the low that. Technically, is he's like her uncle, but he's actually more like a big brother than uncle. I think that's cute. I'm not going to print Miss Wen though. Really? If I saw come, I will. Thank you. You love the cookies. And you can eat dinner with us too. We'll get a lot of meat for you. If I feel like it. Do you think you'll be here for lunch? Mom won't want to know. Depends on when I get up. When will you get up? Whenever I wake up. Bitch, don't. Why does you have an alarm clock? indulges her curiosity before I can think to point out that he doesn't have anything in his flat. Can't stand the ticking. How about a digital one? Waste of electricity. I don't need one. I can sleep whenever. 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 Meant to be together. What the fuck are you doing here? I thought we left him. Damn. You were just silent this whole time behind us. Okay. You do have a job. And have I ever overslept? On purpose, yes. See, I don't need a clock to be on time when I want to be. So you just go to sleep and wake up when you want? Yeah, I wish I could do that. You can if you practice. Maybe. He's not actually sure humans can do that. We can't. We can do that. So you really have no clock at all. I do have one in the drawer if I need it. So you just okay. They were wrapped up in several layers of fabric to muffle that annoying ticking, which drives them insane. Then how do you hear it ring? Why did you buy it if you weren't going to use it? I didn't. Your father did. Father. Father? Father. You know. Only the only things Dante bought for the room were a number of pillows. Dad, why did you buy one for Dante if he wasn't going to use it? A long time ago, Orion still hoped that you could convert Dante to a normal lifestyle. He's given up on that up quickly enough. It looks like Dante is like doing everything to like go against that man. So like, yeah, you can just give it. Whenever, well, you never know when it might be useful. At this moment, the police station comes into view. Right here. I'll quickly give Dante and Rio their briefing for the night, and afterwards we go home. All right? All right. And as usual, no leaving the room, no bothering anyone who looks tired, no touching anything. No talking to Raoul unless he's holding his coffee and I see him take at least a sip. Did Dante tell you to do that? No, Raoul did. Certainly something that Raoul would say. Well, I'm sure he's already had enough time to make his coffee. We're a bit later than usual. Not my fault. My fault? Your stubby legs still need time to grow. But you're not saying it's my but you're not saying it's not my fault, huh? Yeah, I was excited, but it's just gray. So yeah. As soon as Orion opens the door, he smiles, and there's Raoul, a human child. As a human child, Alice has no understanding of how quickly some supernaturals can locate people inside a room. But locating Raoul is easy, even for her. It's in the little corner where the coffee maker is, just like at the start of every shift. Good to see you. Damn! He has more tits than me. I can pass him my bra at that point. Like, we have the same size. God damn! Look at the curve. Yeah, that's a C cup for sure. Whoa, oh my god! Fuck. So I guess it's good news he has time to work out. Damn. Elise runs up to him as he takes a sip from the mug. Bro, hello. Did you refuel? Is the conversation is the conversation function working? Or do I need to wait? Raoul pats her head, a bit of fondness creeping into his eyes. It's enough. Good evening to you as well. See that we can see it even more like damn. The shirt that's like vacuum sealed on his arm. Oh my god. Big fucking wow. Then he turns toward Orion. Good evening, sir. And to Dante, hi bitch. That's what hello, okay. He's less aggressive than me. Wait, no good evening from me? You know what you're doing. No, I don't want you to have one. Do you want to see how quickly I can ruin your evening? Do both of you want to have a bad night? I only told Dante, but I have a task for you. Raoul Raoul takes a big gulp from his mug. You've me ruined. Thank you very much, sir. Louise watches the adults with worry. Is there a big problem, Dad? It's just work, as usual. Go and say hello to the others. I won't be long. Fine. And here he is. I didn't get to see him like as a sprite like that in the other gameplay. He was like just in a corner, like right here. He looks good. I kind of want him. Look at him. He's pretty. I just don't like his name. No shade to anyone named Raoul. I just don't like his name. Raoul sighs, leading the way to his desk. He takes a chair, side-eyeing Dante as he sits next to a neat stack of paperwork. Don't sit on my desk. Would you rather I lie down on it? Okay, they're definitely sucking on each other like in the back. I know it. There's no way they're not doing that. Hello again. I had to pause because my recording. I'm sorry. And also sorry if you hear my neighbor. He's walking around loud as fuck for like the 1500th time. So I would not be surprised if you can hear it. It's very loud and it vibrates the walls. I'm sorry about that too. Yeah. So let's focus. Would you rather I lie down on it? Like I said, like I was saying, they're fucking each other. I know it. They're sucking on it. I know it. Like there's no way they're not. Oh, looks like he's about to throw something, but holds himself back. It's like, if you like the table that much, should we get a leash or that color of yours and chain you to it? That's kinky, I don't care. I'm saying it. I'm all up for games, but maybe not in public. I don't know about you, but I don't need observers. Doesn't turn me on. He watches Ro process the last bit of conversation. The words seeps much too slowly into his caffeine-deprived brain. Sir, permission to stop him. Denied. Shame. A castration might help him calm down. You started it. And with a child in a room, even. Raoul closes his eyes. If he has some sort of mantra to keep calm, now is when he's using it. He turned to Orion, ignoring Dante completely. If there's a case, it might have been better to not bring Elise along. She looks worried. Orion joins them at the desk. I wish she was worried. Because of me and Dante, she has far too little fear of supernaturals. I guess it's positive that she accepted having a vampire faster this quickly. Oh yeah, I will hope so. That's her dad. Like, if you two want to talk about childcare, do it when I'm not around. Give us the terribly important briefing already. It is rare for you to give us the briefing directly, sir. Did something happen today? Last night, actually. You two were gone already, but I was doing the final round of patrols before heading home. Orion leaves for a moment, then returns, a folder in hand. He taps on it as he talks. It was mostly quiet. I went into a final sort of mirage, nothing unusual at first glance. But one of the men was unusually aggressive. Oh, it was almost impossible to get them off each other. Just when I was about to resort to harsher methods, one of them. Orion stops. The way he's hesitating is unusual. He usually knows what to say. He changed. Mutated, you could call it. I was gonna say it reminds me of Arcane. Like they have that in Arcane, they have that drug like liquid that they it's kind of like trafficking that they traffic between Piltover and the Undercity. That reminds me of that. They like become friends and everything. And also it reminds me of Zootopia, like in the first one. There's like the blueberries and they like it's kinda like the same thing. They make the carnivores more violent to like make them seem more suspicious so that people keep being racist. That's basically racism, but yeah, you know what I mean by that. Did you arrest him? He died. Oh damn. Well, it escalated that far. Did you accidentally break his neck? You can do that? First of all, let's focus on the fact that you can do that. No, he died on the spot. From one second to the next, he simply fell over and stopped moving. Rahul inhales deeply. Dante has heard him curse often enough, but this time the man only glances in Melissa's direction. His hands move, forming a curse in sign language. Dante knows it well enough to recognize that by now. You, oh, he's deaf. I thought the like because he has no like not earrings. How do you say that? Ear plugs. I thought it was just like ear plugs. Like you know, he's deaf. Okay. Hmm. So does Orion. Don't curse in front of her, not even in signs. Okay, damn, we can do anything here. I'm not. Roy quietly puts his hands away. Did you get hurt? Doesn't smell like blood. Shh, be quiet, Dante. I didn't ask you. As Dante already confirms, no, nothing that didn't heal immediately. The problem is that we have never seen anything like that happen before. His body was in an abnormal state. Pathology on it, but no updates yet. He didn't tell us what it looks like. And you're going to investigate this. Why exactly? Do you think there's more mutant around? Why, yes. And even if there were not, this is still very concerning because if this is the first one and the only one, it could spread at any time in a way that we don't know of. Dante, I can, I'm not gonna get on his ass because I know he doesn't want to be a police officer to begin with, but like, come on. We do. I heard murders of people saying this wasn't the first time they saw that happening to someone. There has to be a cause. So what are we looking for in people? Visually, I mean. Even a smell, if you have one? I love to tell you, but it's hard to explain. There was no unusual smell to speak of, and no other changes were. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Do I have to? Do I have to see that? I don't really want to. Great. Nothing has happened since yesterday, but anything that might catch the attention of humans has to be solved as soon as possible. There's not just one, but several governmental institutions related to keeping humans oblivious to the existence of supernaturals. A rampaging mutant would make them considerably harder. Well, they're not doing their job correctly, like keeping supernatural secret, because in Sirius's road, there she said that there's humans that know of them. So like, this is this that is to say, if they don't solve this case as quickly as possible, it might put human eyes on their back, and then knowing hell I'm going to deal with Abraxas running around here. Abraxas? I'm sorry. I should calm down. I don't know if the mic, and I don't know how bad my mic is. So like, I'm sorry if I scream, if it like picks up. But if you didn't know, I really like Abraxas. Like, I don't want to say what's okay, but I really like Abraxas. So take care of it before it catches wind of the issue. I need you to check all the clubs around Mirage. Talk to anyone suspicious. Watch anyone who stands out. You know your work. Orion places the folder on the table. Raoul immediately pulls it over to himself and skims its contents, but it's so thin that he's done in no time. So why do we have to take this shitty case? Reason number one, you might have to talk to humans, and Raoul is one of the few people in the night shift who passes as a decent police officer. Are you trying to say that I don't look reliable in human eyes? Then isn't that what you said about yourself and other supernatural, babe? Also, as much as I think you look very hot, you don't look reliable. You can be hot and not reliable at the same time. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. Admittedly, Dante looks more like a thug than an officer. Damn, you did have to pull up the thug word. Fuck. Raoul is very helpful when it comes to convincing humans that its badge isn't fake. I'll take care of it as usual, sir. Don't worry. Number two, I want you to keep an ear out for any new substances on the streets. In case that's related, Zeno might know something, and you are the only one he'll speak to, Dante. Hmm. Yeah, I think I already saw what Zeno looks like. He looks very cool. I'm excited to see him because I'm sorry, I'm moving because I wonder how wacky he's gonna be. So Raul goes to question people, and I hunt down Zeno. You're not getting out of the boring task, Dante. Raul is your partner, so don't even think about going up on your own. He's here to keep an eye on you. Sometimes I feel like a dog trainer. Don't bite, Dante. Be good, Dante. No barking, Dante. Dante growls at that statement, but it sounds hollow. So even Raul recognizes it as no threat. Threat. Zeno isn't as difficult to handle as you pretend, old man. You can tell that to every single officer who is giving out on detaining him. He's an overgrown kid, hard to catch, but he's not dangerous. Maybe that's why you two get along so well? I'm not. It's time for dinner. I'll take Alice home and come back later. You can handle everything, Raoul? Leave it to me. Thank you. Stop. Are we leaving? Messing with me, messing. I don't need Raoul to watch over me. I think you do. See you two later. Bye bye. See you again soon. Bye bye. I like her. She's cute. No cursing about the kid, right? Going up with Orion made her weird. You could just say you like her. Yeah. I mean, she's not annoying anyways. Like, yeah, you like her. Raoul finishes its coffee and puts the mug on the table. He stands up, smoothing out the creases of his shirt. Do you need to do anything else here? Otherwise, I suggest we go. There's a lot to check out. There's nothing more annoying than blindly asking people for information. You will be asking people. I will. He is a bit condescending, isn't he? Rahul grabs his coat and shrugs it on. His voice is dripping with sarcasm. You're here to look scary and ensure that no one tries to mess with the weak human. Humans aren't exactly common in their division, for a very simple reason. They're helpless compared to what they're up against. Rahul is the only human officer on Orion's team. At first, Dante thought that a human would be a liability, but Rahul has proven himself to be a valuable member. It's not just about interacting with other humans. Rahul has a completely different view on things than most supernaturals, and while Dante often finds it irritating, it does have its advantages. I know he's good at what he does, but the supernatural department is a completely different beast from what the standard human one. I don't get why he takes the risk. Well, if you follow my story and my vision of your relationship, I think he wants you very bad. So I think it's because of you that he's staying here. But we'll see that later. One angry supernatural when he's crippled or dead. Why are you staring at me? I guess you mean like ask why he's here with supernatural means so fucking dangerous. I'm gonna ask. I mean, we're already here. Why do you do this? What interact with you? With supernaturals? Working as an officer here, do you have no self-preservation at all? Not that Dante's want to talk. Are you worried about my health? Forget it. I'm just gonna get you really drunk sometime and ask again. That'll be less bothersome. If you're worried about others attacking me, just make sure they don't. That's a valid point. Yeah, but it's not that easy to do, advocates. He still thinks it'd be better if I worked in a place with more survivable dangers. Now come, the night is short. You think? Because I'm feeling like it's gonna be a very long night. Where are you going first? I hope you get to see Zeno now. You're going to talk to him, not because I want him, but because he looks cool. Are we taking your car? No, I've got it parked near the Golden Cat. Let's walk. Your choice. They walk for a short time before Rose speaks up again. Do you mind if I ask a question? Yes. A question for a question. You mean at the station? You didn't even answer. Then you can ask another question after you answer mine. That is fine. Dante tells his head to show his agreements. Why is it that Orion treats you like a child? I know he's older, but you and I are around the same age. He doesn't treat me like that. Why is it that Orion is so worried about you? You're more than able to take care of yourself, but he's treating you like a child who shouldn't run around on its own. We just re-established that officers aren't allowed to work alone. Not that it stops Dante from trying sometimes. Of course not, but with how much he stresses that I have to keep an eye on you, you'd really be better if I wasn't a human. I can stop you even if you do start a fight. A werewolf is above my weight class. Werewolf being a human is actually the point, not that Dante can explain that. Other than Orion, there is no one who knows Dante as anything other than a werewolf. The only reason Orion knows is that Dante's mother told him. But Raoul doesn't have a reason to know. It's usually no issue, but in some cases, it makes explaining things a bit hard. There are no similarities between hellhounds and werewolves that allow one to act as the other, but there are also some huge differences. Raoul may hate it, but him being so much weaker than me is exactly why Orion decided to pair us up in the first place. We roll around, not only do I have to make sure he stays safe, but I also can't run wild. I risk injuring him. Annoyingly, Raoul did hit the nail on the head though. Orion is treating him like a child with no self-control. I don't think he's... I mean, it is kind of giving like father. First of all, because probably because he's one, so he just acts that way. But of course, with like the backstory that Dante has, it's definitely because well, his mother told him to take care of his son if anything happens. So it's definitely for that. But Dante doesn't know that, and even if Dante knew, he would not. I don't think he would tell Raul. So yeah. I think he's overly worried about me because he knew my mother. Feels responsible or something. Did he know you when you were a kid? That is not an easy question to answer for several reasons. No. Uh, it's complicated, I see. Will just nods to himself, then stops asking. It's something Dante appreciates, not that he'd ever say that out loud. My turn. Same as before. Why did you end up working here? And how? The division doesn't take in many humans. I believe Orion was looking to add a human to the division even before I applied. When we had an interview, it sounded like it. It probably also helped that I was able to use my family name. Previous connections with supernaturals do make it easier for you to get hired. There's that too. You're rich, and you obviously have connection. So why spend every night on the beats for barely anything? Raoul is looking giving me those like rich kids that like far step away from being rich and living a rich life because like they realize how less privileged people like struggle and they realize how much they don't so like they either feel guilty about it or they want to or if they're arrogant they want to prove in a way that they're better than their parents who are super rich and everything. That's the kind of the energy that he gives me. It's not a bad workplace. Everyone is polite, and Orion is a good superior. Seriously? You haven't worked another job yet, have you? He hasn't, so it's true that he can't compare Orion to someone else. If he puts us on this case, he believes that we are the right people for it. Aren't you the slightest bit proud of that? No. That's a shame, you should be. Why? He's just using me. I don't know about that. Raoul was partnered with Dante as soon as he joined the force, but they know little about each other. It's hard to ask about someone else when you yourself are unwilling to talk. Not that Dante isn't curious. If I've got the chance right now anyway, where did you work before joining our division? Another question? I'll, I'll owe you one. Hmm. At the police stations, for humans, and you switch over to supernatural cases on purpose. You don't stop, don't you? I'm sorry that I want to know about you. Because he wants you so bad. Like, come on. It bothers me. It makes no sense. I want an answer or it'll annoy me the whole night. It isn't as interesting as you think. I like working with supernaturals. None of you care about who I am, which is a blessing. Let me get this straight. People were sucking up to you before because you're rich with an influential family, and you didn't like that? Yeah, I guess right. See, I'm the mind of a mastermind. I knew it. I don't need you to understand. That would be annoying. People just talking to you all day long because you're rich and they know that they can get something out of you. That sounds annoying, and you just feel like you don't have any actual friends and family because they're just all here to see what they can get with you or from you. Like, it's grimy. I don't like it. But try to believe me when I say it's really damn annoying when people think you're doing good work because of your name and not because you've been working your ass off for it. Yeah, also. Raoul inhales and straightens his collar. It sounds like there's many stories he could tell about his previous job. I prefer to not be judged for my own abilities, not those of my parents and siblings. Oh, alright, that's something I can get. You can? It sounds nice to have people to do your bidding without needing to work for it. But if you do work, you should get the recognition, and no one else. Period. When they say it so luxuriously, period. Dante shrugs, slamming his hands inside his pockets. Still, I think you're stupid for putting yourself in danger, though. I guess I can be rather stubborn, but I've survived so far. Yes, because I make sure no one mauls you to death. As we've established before, that's why you're my partner. You're doing a good job. Continue to make sure I don't die. I'm not your babysitter. I mean, you're not, but the job is Loki that. Like, a bodyguard is Loki, a babysitter for grown people. Like, I've just seen the way, like, Cat's Eyes, like, bodyguard arts with them, acts with them. They're Loki, Manon, like, running into the crowd, and this man just has to run after her every single night of the concert. It's Loki a babysitter job, but for grown adults. Bodyguard might be the more appropriate word. Raoul mouse twitches into a smile that he's quick to eye. Look at him! He's so. I kinda need him in a way, but Abraxas is not the one. But I kinda need him too. Although I doubt anyone could convince you to wear a suit. Why would I do that? Like, that's one thing I don't understand. Why do so many police officers have like tight ass shirts on them while they work? Like, like they're in the group chat because there's like police workers that are in the office and police workers that are like outside. Why are the ones that are outside like patrolling and everything in suits? Give them t-shirts. Like, it's only they only have to deal with so much shit. I'm not like a police officer like defender, of course. Um, but I can admit these are not comfortable at all. Or anything formal at all. No. Rose's eyes move over Dante, which is a bit of a shame. I'll have to reject your job offer. I'm stuck at the station for another while. Certainly stuck for tonight at least. The first place of interest is over here. Let's get this over with. Ooh, the meeting is almost really good. I said it in my first part of the Sears gameplay, but I really like the music so far too. The first step was indeed just the start of a long, long night. Many follow before the end is in sight. I'm going to show the next person here who wants to waste our time. As expected, or maybe feared, no one knows anything. Not only does it take forever to make them talk, they also end up revealing that they haven't noticed anything, other than a couple of more bodies than usual. The relationships between the different groups of supernaturals are complicated, meaning that a core can immediately cause others to react. With how close the place is to the slums, no one has the energy to care for strangers. I knew this case would be a hassle. This is the last place, get it together. Rose steps up to Dante's side. Over the years, he's learned to recognize most of Dante's body language, including the signs of his rising annoyance. You want him so bad, bro. Like, I'm barely exaggerating in saying that, but you want him so bad. Like, come on, you notice his body language. Play Love Language by TXT. That's a good song, by the way. Another thing that Dante would never say out loud is that Raoul helps. The way he roused Dante up is completely different. Somehow, it doesn't make him want to tear anyone's throats. But as much as his presence is a comforting one, it can't undo the strain on Dante's nerves. It's tempting to mix in with the crowd. There's alcohol here and loud music. People who want your company for a night, who can care less who you are. Even those with good senses would have trouble locating anyone here, let alone Raoul. If Dante walks off, he'd be rid of him, in this case, within a minute. A break, just for tonight. And tomorrow is another day. And maybe another break. Dante. Raoul grabs Dante's wrists. It's a light hold. How are you always so quick to realize when I feel like leaving? I could just shake him off. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try it. I'm going away. I hate like a club. I never went to a club in my life, but the idea of it just pisses me off, and it's been like that since I was a kid. I just don't like it. Why do you want to be next to sweaty, drunk people? Especially because I'm a girl. Men are not. Men are just gross in there. I just don't want it. Dante pulls, just for a bit, and the grip on his arm tightens. You do know you can hold me if I wanted to leave. If you want to make a scene of dragging a human through the whole room, go ahead. Another short tug, the grip holds. I'm almost tempted to try it, just to see if he'd really hold on. But if he's being honest, he'd never do that. Just one drink? Not during work. You're incredibly boring. Dante turns away from the crowd. Raoul sighs quietly, as exhausted as Dante feels. You'll be out of here sooner if you resist vanishing into the crowd for 2 minutes. You think I'd have left for only 2 minutes? Do you think you could have left for longer, knowing that I'd be wandering around the club alone? No. Because Dante is still somewhat convinced that Raoul is severely underestimating the danger of supernaturals most of the time. Just like Alice. That's what having supernaturals like Orion around does. Warps your perception. Whatever, where to? Raoul's professionalism returns instantly. He glances around. Except the owner, considering he's conveniently wandering around over here. Catching the owner instead of some random staff member is half a miracle. The first one of its kind for the night. Although, Raoul nods towards another corner of the room. That guy might know something too. The little group in the corner isn't hiding. There's small plastic bags being passed around. A dealer, huh? They got the drugs, damn. Is that allowed? I don't think they care about that. They're selling drugs. What? They don't care if it's allowed. They're selling drugs. Come on. We don't have any evidence that the victim was on something, but the chances aren't low. A dealer's the bet for tracking any paying customers. So right now it's giving me more like, yeah, it's drugs, but like the dealers themselves don't know that their drugs are being poisoned, quote unquote. I don't know why, to me it's giving that. Then again, the owner of this place would have a wider network. Hmm. It's giving me a choice like in Sears's like path. Hmm. I'm gonna try the dealer, I think, because to me it is drugs. So I'm gonna try the dealer. Hmm. Yeah, I said yeah. I'm gonna try the dealer because to me it's a drug thing. I think the dealer might know more. Oh, I'm sorry, miss. It's bon. I think it's good. Raoul waves his hand, gesturing for Dante to go first. It's easier to walk through the crowd with Dante in front. It parts neatly, no one wanting to bump into a face as grumpy as his. The group's made of one dealer and several customers. They react to someone approaching like a pack of startled squirrels, their heads jerking up as they go quiet. Humans technically aren't allowed inside Mirage, though exceptions are made when they are accompanied by supernatural. Raoul draws the majority of suspicious stares when he steps forward. Forward! Don't have anything for humans. Too strong. The dealer rudely turns away. He's doing a poor job of pretending she's not on the edge. She's a girl. Terribly sorry, not here to buy any. No, everyone's. Oh, hold on, let me. Terribly sorry, not here to buy anything. No, everyone, stay. We've got questions. Terribly sorry, we don't like questions. You also don't like the police cracking down on your tails, do you? Police don't care about this. Police tolerate you because we have better things to do than run after insignificant dealers. But I'm sure we can make an exception and drag you to the station anyway. The dealer flinches, eyes narrowing. Her fingers curl up. You think you're faster than me? Try it. Girl, are we in fucking primary school? Like, she's acting like those kids that had like the shoe that light up and they were like, I run faster than you. Like, girl, we don't care. We don't give a fuck. My god. The dealer is a witch. She definitely has tricks up her sleeve. Haha, troll. She's super funny, girl. Oh my god. And she needs time to pull them. How about you talk and no one here gets in any trouble? Doesn't that sound good? The three customers had been slowly inching away, freeze when Rue looks at them. Forced, awkward smiles appear on their faces. It'll be over quick, I promise. Why do we need to stay? Dante takes a step, positioning himself just slightly behind Rue. It was a funny effect on the others. They all think Dante's a werewolf, so him letting Raoul lead the conversation feels like an acknowledgement of his strength, even if he is only a human. That has all of them lowering their heads meekly, though their eyes can hide their dislike. Because you might know something as well. We are looking for information on people who've suddenly grown agitated and attacked others, then died without warning. Oh, those. Do you know something? Not know, but seen. But that happens whenever there's a huge drug on the market, right? Some people just drop dead. Allergic reactions or whatever cause them. Some of the kinks haven't been worked out yet. Maybe the kinks made you a bit weird in this case too. Two. Happen everywhere all the time. No, not here. Not since Zeno's been taking over the work. Zeno, huh? We'll have to come back to that. So, you're sure it's a drug that's causing their behavior? No, but that seemed likely, right? Yes. Was everyone who acted like that a user? Maybe not, but most of them? It's harder to tell who's taking it than who's buying it. Wouldn't be the first time someone slid something. Oh my fucking. The dealer clears reports, changing our world, and you're not concerned about that? I mean, they could have not known they were taking something. You fucking. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna say anything. Will not then hones in, focusing only on the dealer. She shifts, clearly paying the attention. If you're saying it's normal for a new drug to cause problem, does that mean you have seen something new going around? Did someone offer you something? Well, no, but you think that's happening, right? So nothing was offered to you, and you haven't seen a fellow dealer carrying anything unusual either. If I see a fellow dealer at work, I'm in the wrong corner of town. We run the same products, and we have the same damn prices. Cartel rules and all that. I didn't see anything. Seen the dev? Yes, but no new pills or powders or whatever. When did the last one come out? 3 months ago? Pretty sure it was 3, yeah. Zeno's work? Who else's? Look, we're not the healthiest people, but anyone who would choose a drug that doesn't kill you over one that does. Zeno's reliable. Yeah, so it can't be anything from Zeno. He's never brought out anything that had side effects this bad. Yeah, death sure is a potential side effect. Then, have any new sources appeared lately? What? No. Why piss off the cartel? Nobody's going to improve any of Zeno's recipes. And if you try to get something off your own out without running it by the higher, and if you try to get something your own out without running it by higher ups first, the dealer moves a finger across her throat. The message is clear enough. You think they're nice enough to give you a quick death? A woman can hope. I see. The last 2 questions before we leave. Raoul glances at Dante, who gives a small nod to confirm that there's nothing else he wants to ask. Have you seen Zeno around? Why would we sell Zeno out to the police? A friend of his. I can force you is like, that's not very nice. But I'm a friend of his, I don't know, maybe they'll think I'm bluffing. Even though it's not impossible because I'm also supernatural. I'm a friend of his because I like him. So we're gonna say that. We're not after him, I'm a friend. If you say it like that, they're not gonna believe you. My police friend who doesn't even know. What the fuck does that mean? No, that actually makes sense. We totally could be friends because it's Zeno. Zeno is Zeno. Great guy. Great drugs. Great drugs. That's his new slogan. Great guy. Weird guy. Great drugs. That's beautiful. Put that on a shirt. I need merch by next week. Not like you can catch him even if you find him. A wizard that talented just doesn't wander around. Oh, he's a wizard. Okay. I saw him out on the rooftops before I came in. He might still be up there somewhere. Okay, have you seen anything else that stood out to you? No, nothing else. There's a new witch in town. Really cute. Yeah, that's the girl that I was thinking about. When I saw Dante's mother, that's the girl that I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's her. That's yeah. And that museum blew up. Oh yeah, that happened. The SS has been snooping around because of it. That's noteworthy. Not for the case, but because it sounds like fun gossip. Dante stores the information in the back of his head. Like that one SSF guy, the vamp. You seen him before? Really? You're into him? I mean, he's got a cool style. He's fun as fuck, that's what they mean. I'm sorry. The conversation derails quickly. Noel rubs his forehead. If there was, I think they were talking about Brexit, right? I need him very bad. Unfortunately, because I'm not gonna hide. I need him. They're right, he's very cool. Alright, that's all. Thank you for your time. Yeah, sure, bye. See you never. Not to be rude. The demon smiles again, but the moment they turn around, Dante can hear her say, did we even have the option to say no? Yeah, I don't think so. Rose stretches his neck to check if the club owner is still around, but the man must have left some time ago. Shrugging his shoulders, he once more moves behind Dante, who's responsible for getting them outside. Gosh. We can see the outside when we got there. Pretty. Back where there's fresh air and people can talk without shouting, they pause. The chances of someone trying to put out a new product, not low, I'd say. There's plenty of willing customers as long as they could get their product into the dealer's hands. They wouldn't stand out. A foreign designer could seriously anger the cartel. It might be worth whatever they're trying to do. Hmm. It's worrying that there are many more victims than we expected. Orion was right to think that something is wrong. Well, we've checked all the clubs and any other places in the area that make sense, but since we haven't encountered anyone unusually aggressive or dead, we can't do anything else for the moment. I suggest you see if you can find Zeno. He's not going to reveal himself if I'm with you, so meet me at the Golden Cat when you're done. I wouldn't try for very long. Better than nothing. In the meantime, I'll inform some people to keep an eye out for any unknown dealers. See you later. Bye bye. Raoul doesn't wait for Dante to start complaining, leaving before he can get a single word in. How the fuck am I supposed to find that guy? I think it's gonna be easier than you think. I don't know why. I just feel it. I got a feeling. And Dante shoves his hand into his pockets, walking down the street. His best chance of running into Zeno is doing exactly that. Just walking around waiting for Zeno to show himself. He's not asleep who knows where, he's working on his lab that also who knows where. That's also who knows where. And if he's not working, he's relaxing on some rooftop. As one of the main designers of an astoundingly large circle of cities, Zeno should be a more dangerous guy, but even the police aren't after him anymore. There's been so many attempts to capture and keep him, but he's always slips out. Not to mention that there'd just be someone worse filling in his position if he's gone. Most of the time, Zeno is friendly. He minds his own business and he doesn't pick fights. He's not a direct threat to others. Even a child would be safe around him, as long as you can make sure he doesn't feed them anything weird. What? Oh, hold on. We're not. What do you mean? He's safe around children. He feeds them stuff. Don't. Zeno doesn't show up as he walks around. Dante's patient reaches its limits and he stops. Fuck this, I'm leaving. What? I was just about to stage a dramatic entry. Should I be cool and stop here? Because this video is already long. Okay, because I'm curious, but my throat hurts so bad, and it's 19:29 where I am at the time, and then how do you say that in English? 7:29 in the afternoon where I am. It's like, I'm gonna let it come on screen and then I'm gonna cut. I'm sorry, but my throat hurts so bad. Mm. Hi, he's here. I've almost got the timing figured out, and now you're right on my work. Zeno, there you are. Hi, girl. Look at him, he looks so cool. I didn't know you had a coat. Pretty. Zeno's sitting on top of the roof, but his voice carries as clearly as if he's. Oh my god! As if he were standing right next to Dante. Here I am. You've been looking for me. I have. Come down. Zeno doesn't even consider it. No way. We must stay apart. For I never know when you might turn on me, taking advantage of me laying my guard down to arrest me. Have I ever tried to arrest you this whole time we've known each other? No. So I'm not gonna start now, come on. Don't want to. I feel like our current distance is fitting. Something about the distance between our hearts. Yeah, I know. Because the creators have like a Tumblr, so like I saw on the Tumblr that he's very like not pushy, but like he's very like overtly flirting with Dante, and that's funny to me. Are you going to stop talking nonsense? Zeno grabs his chest in a dramatic gesture. A cop and a criminal can't be friends. You've been down there and I up here. It's a representation of that. Get it? That we are friends and I still talk to you. Hmm. Because low key, I don't know, like when the full game's gonna come out, I don't know if my demo is gonna connect to my full game. So like just because I'm gonna make the right choices, quote unquote. So I'm gonna say send to that to you because I low-key want to have the romance rock with him. So I'm gonna be neutral about it. Ignore that for a moment. I have to talk to you. I understand. That's why we're talking. Face to face. We are from far away. Is there any good reason to talk like this? You're a cop and I'm a good villain. I think that's a good reason. You're wasting magic just so we can talk. Oh, I mean he's a wizard. It's worth it to talk to you. I want to hit him so bad. Even if Zeno was in front of him, he shouldn't do that. All other reasons aside, Zeno isn't exactly sturdy. It would have to be more of an affectionate pet. Maybe that's why he doesn't like talk to anybody, like stay with anybody. What kind of stupid things do I have to say to lure him down? Even if we have to be apart, we should work on overcoming the obstacles and okay, no, enough. Zeno, yes? Get your ass down here or I'm coming up. Zeno claps his hands together. A small, colorful dust cloud appears, like remnants of whatever he last worked on. You come all the way up just to have a chat with me? We're like Sherlock and Lupin. True freedom lies in breaking the chains of societal expectations. We are two people who can't be together, can't be apart. We don't care what the world thinks. What the fuck are you saying? I need a damn beer. Damn. If you make me climb up, I'm going to break one of your bones for every second you've wasted. Up on the roofs, Zeno cocks his head. If you're so serious today, he gets up and steps off the ledge without a second thought. What the fuck? I did not expect that. What, is he floating? Or is he like hanging down like Spider-Man style or something? Zeno's body appears from above, hanging upside down, bouncing slightly as he steps right up in front of Dante. Hey look, I've been getting the hang of a new trick. It takes some practice and all the blood runs to your head, but it works. Oh, he's down. Hi girl. Without comment, Dante grabs Zeno by the waist and turns him around midair. Oh, that Zeno, sweet like a toy but doesn't struggle. Like it's snapping in half by accident. Feeling himself the right way up again, the wizard stops hovering and places his feet on the ground. What's wrong? You play along for a bit. I'm not falling for the sad puppy facade. Not today. Not twice today when Elise already got me earlier. I'm still working, I have to talk to you. No time for games, no time or energy. Zeno circles Dante once and makes a doubtful sound. You look more like you have too much energy. You could use some calming down. Want something? I've got some stuff with me. Not right now. Alright, but if you change your mind, I've got a personal stash. I give you only the best. Just give me a. Just shout in the street or something, I'll find you. Probably sit on a rooftop and howl. You're a werewolf, aren't you? I'm sure you howl very nicely. We'll remember to call you by howling in the future. What about the thing I'm here for? I'm all ears. Actually, I'm working on a spell that gives you a flying ear. What the fuck? Not an actual ear, I think, but you can make it fly around and you can hear what it hears. It's failing so far, but it's going to be fun. Zeno, concentrating, listening. You can come up with a recipe for Audible or something. He's just going around just being ADHD like personified, and you can make a pill that sounds like he has his priorities straight, and I appreciate that in him. Concentrating, listening. Do you know anything about any substances that make people abnormally aggressive? The majority of drugs in the area, at least for the supernatural, were created by Zeno. Other creators have little space to compete, and those that do are carefully selected and only make specific products. The cartels control the whole system to its own benefit. Fewer issues, more happy customers. Zeno's expression turns blank. A new drug? Anything you made or were involved in recently? Or any new substance from anyone else? You don't remember. Zeno pulls a hand through his hair, messing it up. It leaves a little trail of blue powder. There's so much stuff I worked on and so many recipes. How can you expect me to remember everything? Customer confidentiality or something like that? I don't remember who came to me for what. You're so great at confidentiality that you forget their name before they even out the door. Exactly, you get me. Do you remember my name? Dante? I'm honored. Because you want to? You're my sworn nemesis. Of course I could remember your name. I would remember your name. How many people's name do you know? Like 15? 20? Should have expected this. This game doesn't remember anything from 5 seconds ago if he doesn't want to. That's so real. I don't either. What a way to live your life. It's a nice life. You should try. Not thinking about stuff that doesn't have to bother you is great. I can use that time and energy for other things, unlike you right now. Sometimes Zeno's suggestions actually make sense. It's odd because usually nothing about him does. Rather than worry about who I'm working with or what they're doing, I prefer to think about nice things, like my next meal, for example. We should go eat out together sometimes. Weren't you just babbling about keeping your distance? You don't have to go. I didn't say no. Oh, so you want him too? I was so just saying. Dante blanks out for a moment. Thinking about his next meal does sound nice. Stop distracting me, I still have questions. And I still have answers. Or not. We'll have to see. You know nothing. I know nothing. Listen, it's not one of the usual party tricks. It's deadly. Kills people. It's what? From one moment to the next, it's like a switch is flipped. Zeno's tone changes completely. Who fucked that up? They aren't supposed to kill. Dead customers are bad customers, and that gets the police on our backs. Wow, he's pissed. Well, I'm kinda happy that he is. That is concerning. Only people who are alive can buy more. That's just basic business logic. So yeah, he doesn't care. He just wants business. Okay. I worked my ass off to make sure my stuff doesn't have bad side effects, and here comes some brainless designer messing it all up. Really, they're going to tarnish my name. Do you even care about your reputation? No, but this is a matter of principle. Which principle? Zeno awkwardly waves his hands. Something. I don't like my work being screwed up, that's all. You're sure it's not someone selectively killing people? I'm not sure about anything. Our only guess so far is that everyone affected is taking the same thing. What a pain. Zeno lifts his hands, biting on the knuckle of his index finger. Our system is working so nicely. I don't want anyone messing with it. Oh, because he said that he's like in trouble, like he's not trouble, like he's like fragile. I guess his body is like is made of like, how do you say that? Yeah, brittle. Is he has like brittle bones or something? Maybe he's keeping himself alive, or he's keeping his body together with his magic. Because Dante also said something like, "You're wasting your magic on that." Because when he was like on the roof, he was using his magic. So I guess he's is that something along these lines. He's keeping himself together. But that's so, and he's very fragile, so he shouldn't be like biting himself. So I'm gonna say that because I think it's cute. Stop that. What? Biting your finger? You're leaving marks. Yeah, I think. Tino lowers his hand and covers it with his other one. Does the thought of someone interfering with his work stress him out that much? Tino takes several steps back, increasing the distance between them. He waves at Dante, his smile the same as before. Well, it doesn't matter what it is. You're gonna find out who's messing with my customers, right? Have no choice. Then I'll do the same. I'm sure we can fix the problem together. Dante, see you again soon. Next time, let's have something to show for these kids. And he's gone. Zeno does a little hop that lands him in midair again, quickly taking him up for another roof where he vanishes out of sight. You say that, but you're not gonna remember, are you? Can't tell if he's a genius or an idiot. At least he manages to find Zeno and hear what he has to say. He managed to find Zeno and hear what he has to say. But I'd have liked something more useful. The whole night has been a waste. It doesn't help his mood. Dante rubbed his hands over his face. Whatever, I did my work. You all should be waiting for me. Time to finish up for today. And I think this is where I'm gonna stop. My voice hurts really bad. I don't know how long the second episode is going to be, but my voice hurts way too much. Maybe yeah, I'm gonna stop here for today, guys. There's like numbers right here. I think you can see my mouse. There's numbers on here. I wonder what that means. If anyone knows, don't hesitate to say in the comments. And talking about comments, by the way, don't hesitate to comment anything, whatever you want. Any questions, any recommendations for other visual novels or free games that you think I would like. Yeah, don't hesitate to comment like what your favorite character is so far. Don't hesitate to watch my other gameplay on this game because there's two routes. There's the Sears route, and I already played all of Sears's routes, and it was really good. I think my favorite video of the Sears route is the second part. The thumbnail is like pink with a brothers in the middle. And it's my favorite video that I've ever made so far. I think I was really good with that day, so it came out very great. So don't hesitate to check that gameplay out. And I have another game that I played also. I have two other games that I played, so don't hesitate to check that out. Don't hesitate to follow Foxglove Studio on Tumblr and Instagram. I think they also have a Twitter. I don't have Twitter because I like to keep myself sane, so I don't remember exactly. Don't hesitate also to download the game on Steam and support the creators on Patreon. I'm pretty sure is it Ko-Fi or Patreon? I forgot. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I forgot. But don't hesitate to support them by the means of donations if you have enough money, if you can afford it. I think that would make them super happy. So, and I think that's all. I think, oh, my voice is cracking, I'm sorry. I think that's all. Thank you for watching the video. I'll be posting the second part soon. Again, I have nothing to do this summer, so I'll see. But, yeah. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Bye.